this week, the Final Four, NIT, D2, D3 championships, and the High School National Championship at stake. CIA Bella Vista and Paul VI ready to match up. A spot in the semifinals on the line. We're still trying to catch our breath after what we saw to start the day. Montverde with the walk-off dunk by Derek Daniels to move past prolific prep. They'll play either AZ Compass or Spire Academy, but we're getting set for CIA Bella Vista and Paul VI. I'm Ted Emmerich, along with Paul I, Paul Biancardi, ESPN's National Director of Recruiting. It's a unique matchup of champions here. Paul VI from the legendary WCAC in the DC area, and Bella Vista, the Nike EYBL Scholastic Tournament champ.
Yeah, two championship teams that really execute and score on the offensive end. The
star joining Sadler, you've got Paul Osarui up front, the number 3 ranked player in the junior class. The winner of this one will meet either the 2-seed Dynamic Prep or the 10-seed Link Academy. Our second quarterfinal underway with Bella Vista in the blue, Paul VI in the black. And an early look inside for Amadou Sini, the 7-footer. He could not finish. Boy, there is a definite size mismatch in this game, Paul, as Matthew Mena misses the 3. What Bella Vista is starting up front with Sini at 7 feet, Paul Osarui at 6'10", Von Carvalho, who's going to Indiana, at 6'8".
But their best player is Miles Sadler, number 1 in the blue. He's the guy who makes Bella Vista run. He gets the ball to the bigs, he finds the shooters, and he can create his own shot.
We saw him in this tournament a year ago as a junior. Sini hits this time. The native of Cameroon gets the scoring started.
Right away, Miles Sadler with the assist. He's quick to give it up when he finds the open man.
Sadler led the Nike EYBL Scholastic with almost 6 assists per game. It's also Bella Vista's leading scorer at 19 per. Knocked out of bounds, but it'll stay at this end.
Miles Sadler probing the defense, recognizes the switch, lays it in softly, throws it up high to a big man, throws it down low to the smaller players. Very smart point guard.
He was a part of Bella Vista's team that made its first appearance at Chipotle Nationals last year when they lost to Brewster Academy in the quarterfinals. Offensive rebound for Ryan Barr. And there is Mitchell, so pure from the outside. He hit it at a 47% clip this season.
Well, PVI is going to need that scoring to take the pressure off of Jordan Smith.
Carvalho trying to save it. It hit the backside of the window.
Brian Mitchell, 22, has one of the purest jump shots in the junior class. Much like Dahani Miller, he's got great body balance.
Glenn Farello, their coach, told us last week that he is maybe our best shooter that we have ever had. There's a closeout this time from Osarui. Shot clock winding down. Mena gives it up. Smith knocks it down. Another triple for PVI.
And that's how PVI is going to win this game. Drives and jump shots. Not a lot of points in the paint for PVI in this game that's going to make a difference.
Osarui gathered his own miss. Fresh shot clock. And he puts it in as Brian Mitchell Jr. hit the deck. Paul VI playing its first game in 33 days. They won a Virginia State championship. Glenn Farello hoping that his team doesn't have any rust. So far, so good. Smith off the mark there. Such a challenge for any team that plays in this tournament. Bella Vista at least played in mid-March, as there's a tie-up when Bella Vista won the EYBL Scholastic Tournament.
The biggest improvement in Jordan Smith's game is his three-point shooting on the catch. His eyes are up. He's got beautiful follow-through. His mechanics have cleaned up over the years. Came into the high school game as a defender, energy player, still both on those ends, but he can really score the ball.
Turk Brown leaves it way short, and here is Osarui at 6'10" in the open floor, all the way to the cup to tie the score.
He just looks like, and will be someday, an NBA player. He's got size, skill, fluidity, big-time athlete. He's got all the makings that you want in a basketball player.
Smith turns it over. Sadler got bumped by Mitchell, who took it away. A couple of years ago, Paul VI made the championship here at Chipotle Nationals, losing to Cooper Flagg and Montverde. That team featured Darren Harris and Patrick Gungba, now at Duke. Smith was a sophomore on that team, coming off the bench. Smith off target again.
You see the offense for PVI almost playing a 5-out, where they have 5 guys behind the three-point line looking to penetrate, kick, and move the ball.
Sadler fouled on the 3. A chance at 4. Ranked junior in the nation, originally from Toronto and part of an international roster at CIA Bella Vista out of Arizona. And no, we're not talking about the Central Intelligence Agency. Although if that CIA put together a roster, it might look something like this, with multiple players from Canada, player from Spain, from Senegal, from Qatar, from Cameroon. 25 countries, Paul, overall are represented in the whole student body at Bella Vista.
Yeah, think about how they have to communicate with one another during a game, speaking different languages. That's a big part of their success, is their ability to communicate and play with one another.
Sadler couldn't pay off a 4-point play. And here comes Jordan Smith Jr., number 2 player in the senior class. And he is fouled by Amadou Sini.
Now for Bella Vista, defensively, you have to key in on Jordan Smith Jr. How do you do that? 1 on him, 2 guys waiting for him. You want to almost build a wall where he can't penetrate the paint. Once he gets into the paint, Ted, he can finish with anyone in the country over any type of size. He's physically imposing. He's going to play for Coach Cal at Arkansas. They have the number 2 recruiting class in the country.
So remember last year, Darius Acuff Jr. was in this tournament with IMG, and he just lit college basketball on fire this year. Smith says, I'm a different player than Acuff, but I want to impact the game like he did. How can he do that for Arkansas next year?
Well, he can do it more so on the defensive end. He's a great on-ball defender. He will be the point of attack defender for Cal next season. He scores off of drives and finishes inside. Very good outside shooter, but he's not as dynamic with the ball in his hands as Acuff is.
Now trying to create off the dribble. Offensive rebound by Braden Young, and Young puts it in. The 6'8 junior coming off the bench, and he ties the score.
Acuff is going to win a lot. He's won a lot of games at Arkansas with his offense. Smith Jr. will help Arkansas win on both ends of the court.
Look at 2 McDonald's All-Americans heading to Cal next year as Jalen White scores for Bella Vista. We saw J.J. Andrews stand out at the McDonald's game a couple of nights ago.
But he dunked with a football helmet on.
Yeah. Pay tribute to his dad, Sean, former All-American with the Hogs, All-Pro with the Eagles up front. One of the more creative dunks we've seen at the Jam Fest. Mitchell missed the 3. Rebound for Bella Vista, and Lyris Robinson, junior from Canada.
And that's what PVI has to do. Get back on the shot, play 5-on-5, keep this game at a slower pace.
Osoruri finds Robinson, who left it short.
And then on the offensive end, Paul VI execute. It doesn't all have to be Jordan Smith, but the ball and the plays have to go through him.
Mitchell gives it up. Now Lawrence Brown the third. They call him Turk. Got stripped from behind by Jalen White. And here is Sadler. Out to Carvalha. The future Hoosier knocks it down here in Indiana.
Good defense by Jalen White, 5 in the blue. His length really bothered Turk Brown. And the length of Bella Vista bothers everybody. Right now, they're the #1 team in the country coming in to Chipotle Nationals.
And yet somehow they're the #3 seed behind the team they beat in the EYBL Scholastic Tournament Final. AZ Compass, miles Miles Sadler is shooting more webs. Another three for Bella Vista. It's an 8-0 run for the Bears.
Miles Sadler has such a great command of the court. First, the defense. The strip by Sadler, defense by White. Conversion, pushing it, penetration kick. Carvello with the three-point shot. Beautiful penetration and kick by Sadler. He also can get his own. If you back up, he's going to pull up and knock it down.
Miles Sadler is Spider-Man for Bella Vista.
Be in Morgantown next year. Better have a winter jacket and a wool hat.
Well, he's from Toronto. I would hope so. Heading to play for Ross Hodge, who told him, you are not a guy who has to wait for me. He's going to step right in and make an immediate impact.
Miles Sadler could have been the point guard this year for West Virginia. That's how good he is. That's how mature he is. His speed, his quickness, his IQ. He could have played college basketball this season.
So what Sadler did against AZ Compass a few weeks back in that EYBL Scholastic Tournament Championship. And the player of the year in that league that featured some of the very best high school basketball teams in the country. 7 to shoot for Turk Brown. Gives it up. Ryan Barr for 3. Oh, Sadler inside the arc this time. How crafty can he be?
Yeah, he never settles for a shot. He takes the best shot.
And Smith hits the turnaround, much needed for Paul VI.
That shot by Jordan Smith, the ability to go in at full speed, stop, spin. His footwork has improved so much over the years, and that goes along with his shooting ability. And the footwork and the hand-eye coordination go hand in hand.
Final 25 seconds of the first quarter. Aliou Dioma will join Sadler at West Virginia. Misses the shot. It's good to see him on the floor. He did not play in the conference tournament a few weeks ago with an ankle injury. Derek Wright Jr., his coach, said it was more precautionary than anything. 5 seconds for Smith. And the fall away. Oh, against the contest of Mayome. Smith with 8 to keep Paul VI afloat. EYBL Scholastic Tournament title. 4 wins in 4 days, and eventually, Paul, beating the team that's the #1 seed in this tournament, AZ Compass Prep.
And this year, they had 6 ranked wins in the top 25.
Jalen White opens the second quarter by missing a 3. Paul VI, 5 of 15 in the opening quarter, but Jordan Smith Jr. with 8 points. Went off the McDonald's All-American game 2 nights ago. And the steal for Bella Vista. Liam Minacaro the lob. White couldn't finish it. White tracks it down. Mayome offline. Brian Mitchell Jr. the other way.
Oh, that length and size of Bella Vista slowed down Jordan Smith to back it out.
Not many people can do that against Jordan Smith. Mitchell off the mark.
Now, Bella Vista wants to get PVI to play fast, a little bit in chaos, and go up and down.
Mayome tried again, popped out. White slapped it out of the hands of Mitchell. Got it back. And a foul against Paul VI.
You know, Jalen White, number 5 in the blue, he's 6'7". He's got quick hands. He gets his hands on a lot of balls for deflection, steals, rakes. He's got great size. I like what he brings on the defensive end of the floor.
4-star recruit out of Las Vegas. Gets a breather now. And Miles Sadler had the briefest of breathers there. He's back on the floor as well for Bella Vista.
And one of his best abilities is availability. He's a durable young player.
Sadler thought about it against Smith.
He's going to take him right here.
Now against Ryan Barr. The step back. Right down the chute. He's 3 for 3 from downtown to start. Shooting the webs again.
Shooting the webs. He's shooting the, you know what, out of the ball.
Glad you didn't say that word either.
I did when I was younger.
That doesn't surprise me. A steal. And the other way, Mohamed Endal lays it in.
All from the defense of Sadler. We talk about how gifted he is offensively and how quick he is. Well, he is a menace on defense with his quickness.
Endal from Qatar, again part of that international roster for Bella Vista. Mitchell on the attack, and he draws a foul.
Watch Miles Sadler just impact winning. The step back three, he recognized the switch. And then look at him defensively. Quick feet, quick hands, and he can reach in without creating a foul. His teammate just gets it to the rack. West Virginia next season is going to score more fast break points and more points from turnovers than they did last year, all because of Sadler.
Got the women's Final Four on ESPN Friday night. All 4 #1 seeds, all 4 teams who were in the Final Four a year ago. First at South Carolina and Connecticut at 7 Eastern, then Texas and UCLA. Pre-game special from Phoenix beginning at 6. And a special courtside presentation of both games on ESPN2 and the app. You know, UConn dismantled South Carolina in the championship game a year ago. Dawn Staley built her roster in the offseason with that in mind, and we get to see the rematch tomorrow night.
We got to see her top recruit, Jersey Robinson, at the McDonald's game.
Phoenix native.
Outstanding.
There is Amadou Sini laying it in for Bella Vista.
Nobody from PVI can stop Sini inside. So you have to put more pressure on the pass, maybe play a zone, double team him when he catches it that close to the basket.
Smith gives it up. Out to Barr for 3. Mitchell, no. And look out right near us. And it belongs to Paul VI.
Bella Vista does a great job, Ted, of helping on the drive, which is going to allow PVI shots. But you're not going to get to the rim against Bella Vista. As soon as you put the ball on the deck, the man in front of you stays in front, and he gets help from both sides. They play great help side defense.
You just got to think the threes have to fall for Paul VI tonight as Smith misses it. And that's how they've won all season long. And all the way to the... Therese does not need to get that. Can you imagine what you do with that at the house?
Instead of watching games, I'd be drawing up plays.
Yes. It's a 13-point lead for CIA Bella Vista out of Phoenix. Their biggest lead yet. Winner heads to the semifinals tomorrow, 4 Eastern, right here on ESPN2 against either Dynamic or Link Academy. Chuck Brown trying to turn the corner, can't get past Osarui, under 10 to shoot. Dylan Harsani misses the 3, but there's Mitchell on the weak side.
A great job by Mitchell, just moving without the ball, trying to get to the glass. Nobody blocked out for Bella Vista. They're such great athletes, but they don't block out as much as they should. They try to jump to beat you. Looks like Paul VI right now playing a 3-2 zone.
Sarui in the middle of that zone with the push shot. Soft touch.
He is so good behind the arc, in the middle, along the baseline. You can put him wherever you want. He'll challenge for the #1 spot in his class.
How does he compare to Marcus Spears Jr., the #1 player who we'll see later tonight?
Yeah, he's more gifted offensively. Spears plays with a high energy level, as does this young man, but offensively, he's better. I think defensively, Spears Jr. is better. Ball goes to the middle. He catches and turns and faces. Look at that soft touch. 4 or 5 feet away from the basket. That is a difficult shot to make. It shows you his concentration and touch close to the basket.
Boy, there's a reason that Bella Vista led the Nike EYBL Scholastic in field goal percentage defense, all that length at just about every position. PVI just 2 of 14 from downtown.
But they're not getting clean looks. Asaruri jumping out on ball screens. He's got great quickness defensively.
Got to keep up with the point guard, and there's a three for Paul VI that comes from Lawrence Brown III.
The zone is to slow down Bella Vista.
Carvalho hits the turnaround. Boy, how special is this? Von Carvalho, about 80 miles north of Bloomington, getting a show out here in Indiana.
Well, he's going to be a good player for the Hoosiers.
Brown the kick. Pretty good look there. Braden Young couldn't hit. Offensive rebound, and Mitchell puts it in. And now a timeout for Bella Vista.
What a big-time play by Turk Brown. The touch pass that led to an easy 2 points for Paul VI. This team's not going to quit. Doesn't matter how much they're down. Hesitation, kick out. Missed shot. Watch this. Brown with the catch. The tap. Brian Mitchell right to the basket. Paul VI, so well coached by Glenn Ferrello, Nate Smith, Coach of the Year. They know their roles. They know their identity. They play to their strengths. They're trying to take away the size and length of Bella Vista with the zone. They're not doing a good job protecting the middle of the zone. They're going to have to match up when that ball goes to the middle.
Yeah, with Turk Brown, you think of small, energetic point guards for Glenn Ferrello. How about 2 years ago with Ben Hammond, now at Virginia Tech?
Just a little domino on the ball. A little extended, I want to call it fake pressure. Just try to slow down Bella Vista. I don't think you can slow down this team with Miles Sadler.
Oh, now from the logo! He's covering Hamilton Southeastern with the webs. Oh, nice move by Brown. Couldn't hit the three. Barr got the offensive board. Harsani. And hit the shot clock. It belongs to Bella Vista. Miles Sadler from way downtown.
Yeah, this is Braylon Mullins' range. Deep and nothing but the bottom of the net. When you're a small guard, under 6 feet, we'll say, you got to make open shots. You have to have a strong assist-to-turnover ratio.
Now the lob from Sadler to Carvalho. The biggest lead for Bella Vista.
He was going to his left, threw it up to his right. Outstanding.
Boy, if you are a West Virginia fan watching right now, how ecstatic are you as Smith curls it in? Sadler 14 points and 4 assists. Carvalho rises and connects. That's a triple.
Not only does Bella Vista play outstanding defense, they share the ball on offense.
Smith can't answer. Numbers for the Bears. And the lob hit the rim. White was trying to find Carvalho. Sadler in traffic, and it's a walk.
Miles Sadler has his fingerprints all over this game. Going to his left, throws it up high to Carvalho for the lob dunk. I mean, he is running down the left side of the floor, has to take the ball across his body and serve it up just at the right speed and height for Carvalho.
Closing in on the final minute of the first half. A 16-point lead for Bella Vista. Sadler keeping up with Turk Brown defensively. And out of bounds, but still belongs to PVI.
2 number 1s going at it, right? Turk Brown, number 1 in the black. Miles Sadler, number 1 in the blue. Turk Brown is really quick and strong. Sadler does not allow him to get into the paint.
11 to shoot for Paul VI. Jordan Smith Jr. The Gatorade National Player of the Year this season. Floats it home.
And when you cut him off, he's going to spin the opposite way. And once he gets his shoulders even with you, he has the advantage.
Smith with a dozen. Sadler in a crowd. To Osarui. Shot clock is dark now for PVI. Brown. And Carvalho skies for the rebound. Sadler, the lob. Sarui. Oh, yeah. Once again, Sadler serves it up.
An elite playmaker, Miles Sadler. How about the IQ and the moxie to go ahead with a shot clock off? They could have held it, taken the last shot. He said, I got a lob from my man right here. Just an IQ, a toughness, and a mental awareness to know his teammates and to know time and score.
An absurd first half from Miles Sadler. 12 seconds to play. And here comes Jordan Smith Jr. The future Razorback picked up by Mohamed Endad. Smith knocks it down just before the buzzer. So a feel-good moment for PVI heading to the locker room, but they are down 13.
What made this shot go in, and they had two defenders on Smith Jr. The elevation.
From the future Hoosier, again playing just 80 miles north of Bloomington. Really cool opportunity for Carvalho here this week. You know, it is the recruiting dead period, as I believe we have a clock issue at the moment that they're sorting out. And so Tom Izzo of Michigan State was here last night to watch 3 of his players who were in the opening round here at Chipotle Nationals. And usually we have a lot of college coaches at this event. That is not the case, Paul, this year because of the calendar changing. So the dead period starts today, no college coaches, but there are 62 NBA scouts in attendance for this week.
Somehow, some way, don't you just feel like that rule has to change? If the NBA scouts can be in the building, why can't college coaches be here as well?
I'm with you. Again, we saw them all at the McDonald's All-American games all week.
A lot of these kids have committed or signed in the senior class, but it's a chance for coaches to evaluate juniors. And with the way guys commit, decommit, the portal, you get a chance for more of an evaluation, especially at Chipotle Nationals, where guys are playing for a championship. It's not an all-star game.
Iris Robinson picked up his second personal for Bella Vista. Matthew Mena missed the 3. And another foul against Bella Vista as Mitchell hit the floor.
Speaking of recruiting, the Big Ten has the most SC Next top 100 prospects coming in next year. SEC right behind them. In the last 2 years, the SEC has brought in the most talent. This year, it's the Big Ten. USC with 3 top 100 prospects, the Radcliffe twins and Christian Collins.
Jordan Smith Jr. draws the foul. Yeah, we saw all 3 at the McDonald's All-American games. Of course, you have 2 Big Ten teams in the Final Four here in Indianapolis.
And if Michigan, we were talking about this earlier, if Michigan and Illinois get in the championship game, I believe they played in 1989. I thought that was
Seattle.
Yeah, it might have been them. That might have been I thought Michigan and Illinois played for a national championship at one time.
Amadou Sini just collected his 4th personal foul, and Smith is at the line. Here in the first 30 seconds of the quarter, Bella Vista 3 quick fouls. And so PVI right out of the gate so close to shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. And Jordan Smith Jr., they call him Smitty. Now with 17, he has scored the last 9 points for PVI overall going back to the first half.
They just need to hang around at the 8, 9, 10 marker and then start to put on a slow and gradual comeback.
Got to do something about Paul Osarui inside. Counted in the foul for the number 3 junior.
You can't do anything against this young man. He's strong. He's smooth off the bounce. Covers so much ground when he takes a step. And on the offensive end, that's difficult to guard against. If you put size on him, he's going to blow by him or shoot from behind the three-point line. If you put somebody smaller, he's going to back him down.
Oh, Paulie got a taste of Chipotle Nationals last year as a sophomore coming off the bench in that game against Brewster that they lost. 2 points, 6 rebounds, 3 steals. He got more playing time as the year went along. He has been a critical part of this team from the very start.
His growth has been fantastic, and I'd love to get a taste of Chipotle right now.
Smith draws another foul, this time on Osorui. That does sound pretty good, especially here during game 2 of 4 today at Chipotle Nationals. And 6 overall, if you count the girls' opening round that led us off.
Jordan Smith was a straight line driver. Now he's got some shake, he's got some wiggle. He was named the Gatorade National Player of the Year. That means he combines high character off the court, community service, high academics, and of course his basketball. His whole future is in front of him when it comes to basketball. He has great basketball promise, and he's all about the right things both on and off the court.
I love his story from the WCAC championship game in February at 39 points as PVI beat St. John's College. It was his flu game. He had 9 points in the first half. Glenn Farello said he was throwing up in the locker room. Farello was trying to talk to his team. Everyone was looking to Smith. Farello says, you got to say something. They're all looking at you. And he says, I'm going to give my all on D. You got to help me out. Sure enough, Smith puts up 30 in the second half in overtime, and they win it.
That's why he wears number 23. That guy was sick and put up 63 one night.
No coincidence.
Yes, my
Jordan and 23. And Jordan Smith Jr. again fouled on the attack.
Jordan Smith Jr. travels an hour each way to school from Washington, D.C. to Chantilly, Virginia. His grandfather drives him in, takes the train home. And that's dedication, that's sacrifice. He loves his school. A lot of guys would stay closer to home or have their own car. Not this young guy. Goes with his grandfather and comes home on the train.
So 2 more for Jordan Smith Jr. at the line. Well, the UFL Week 2 schedule continues Saturday night. The Storm hosting the Kings at 8 Eastern on ESPN and the app. Then Sunday at 6 Eastern on NFL Network, the Stallions taking on the Gamblers. Great to have spring football again.
Just love the names. I do. I wait for you to say the names on every promo.
You do love the mascots. I mean,
the Stallions, the Gamblers.
There's nothing generic here. It's not all just Eagles and Bears and Tigers and what have you. This is the Bears and the Panthers, by the way, and the Panthers take it away. Brian Mitchell, too strong with the layup. Smith couldn't follow, but the whistle blows. Another foul against Bella Vista. The PVI's been in the bonus since the 2-minute mark here in the third.
And beside making threes and not turning the ball over, when you get to the free throw line, you stop the game, you have an opportunity to score points, and most importantly, you can set your defense, get your matchups, communicate in your zone a little bit better.
Smith has 20, 6 of 9 at the line here today. You know, Glenn Farello told us that the biggest step, Paul, for Smith, he was a big part of the team on the varsity level as a freshman. From then to now, he has gone from a decent handle to elite. Is that what you see?
Absolutely. I see a guy who can drive the ball with either hand. He can make a strong, fundamental move to beat his defender. He's got a little shake, little wiggle, and he does a great job of reading the defense in the back line.
22 of Paul VI, 35 points belonging to Smith. And now a foul. Smith thought he had the steal.
He is a hard guy to bring up the ball against. Look at that stance. Look at his footwork. Looked like a clean tap. He's got that Victor Oladipo type mentality from the DMV.
First foul on Smith. Mayon. Oh, an offensive rebound by Lyris Robinson. And a foul called against PVI. What a rebound there by Robinson.
Big time rebound. PVI was caught in rotations. And when you're rotating on defense, you're scrambling. When you scramble, sometimes you forget to block out at the end.
Lyris Robinson, shooting 2.
Four-star product, spent last year. Robinson did at Bridgeland High School in the greater Houston area. Originally from Canada. And a player with several high major offers already as a junior.
And those offers will continue to grow as his game improves. Look at Smith Jr. just on the glass. He's one of the best rebounding guards in the EYBL.
Gives it up to Ryan Barr for the triple. Smith set it up with the drive.
He gets the rebound on defense, brings the ball up the court, makes the assist. You talk about making winning plays. Nobody impacts winning more than Jordan Smith.
So Paul VI within 10 now. They've trailed by as many as 16 today. Aliou Dion, a future Mountaineer just like Miles Sadler, with his bucket, first of the day.
Good strong move inside.
Now Smith for 3. And Robinson on the run for Bella Vista. On the tip by Aiden Aqua, leads to the steal.
Nice job by Bella Vista getting back.
Smith turns to the bucket for 2 more. Counted and a foul. Smitty's trying to keep PVI in it single-handedly.
Jordan Smith is so physically imposing with the basketball and off the ball. The hard straight line drive. Nobody wants to step in. I don't blame them. But once he gets to the rack, his shoulders take over. He finishes over contact, through contact, and if he has to go against a rim protector, he'll jump stop and float it over the outstretched arm.
23 for number 23. Yes, his name is Jordan. Now he's got 24, and the lead is down to single digits.
He just needs a little help from his friends on the defensive end and 1 or 2 guys to make some shots on the offensive end.
Oh, Miles Sadler carving to the rim himself. A chance at a 3-point play.
Well, PVI made the comeback when Sadler was on the bench. As soon as he comes back into the game, you can feel his presence. The split, the drive, and he understands that he has to get there quickly or spray it out. He's got a second burst. And he plays unafraid, much like Jordan Smith. Now a zone by Bella Vista. They're saying, you know what, we got to stop the drive game right now by PVI.
Smith trying to split the defense again, and he forces it home. Jordan Smith Jr.'s got 26.
He split the trap, and nobody was going to take the ball out of his hands.
And now a steal by Mitchell. Smith with 11 in the quarter, 26 in the game. And a stoppage here from the officials. One of them twirled his finger. And again, a clock issue. So a timeout and a 10-point. 3:39 left in the third.
That is a 5-star order. Just like that young man is a 5-star player.
26 points in the game. He was the leading scorer for the East 2 nights ago in the McDonald's All-American game at 15 in 21 minutes. Hops on the plane yesterday like so many other players, coming from Phoenix to Indianapolis and on the court starring again.
He makes no excuses. That's why he's the #2 player in the country.
Smith defended by Paul Osarui, #3 junior. This is fun. Smith giving up 8 inches. He gives up the ball. Got it back. Against that length of Osarui, he still flips it in.
That's a next level move because he shot it over 6'11". And that's what Jordan Smith has, takeover ability.
PVI within 8, down by as many as 16 in the first half. Now Osarui on the block. Sadler finally missed a 3. And Barr corrals it. And Sadler commits the foul against Turk Brown, his second.
Jordan Smith, watch this. Recognizes, reads, can't get it off, step through, then he gets it off. The patience, the poise to be patient enough to get the shot off as opposed to getting his shot blocked. A lot of guys would have panicked in that situation.
Yeah, so Steve Turner, Montvert's coach, of course, Montvert on to the semifinals tomorrow. Turner saw Derek Wright Jr., Bella Vista's head coach, in the hotel lobby this morning. And Turner said, so you got to deal with the beast that I've been dealing with all these years at Gonzaga College and the WCAC. Good luck. I had a smile about it. It's like, yes, now Derek Wright Jr. is finding out exactly what Jordan Smith Jr. is all about.
He's a handful because it's such a difficult matchup. If you put speed and quickness, he just powers through it. You put size, he goes around it. There's really not a matchup for Jordan Smith. And he is going to be very successful at Arkansas in the SEC.
Osarui, the turnaround, no. The follow by White doesn't drop, and a rebound for PVI. Down by 6, and back into the hands of Jordan Smith Jr.
They're going to have to trap him hard.
He rises for 3. Doesn't bounce in. Barr with the follow. It's a 4-point game.
Give him the ball and help him out.
Sadler draws a foul. Boy, that's exactly what Bella Vista needed. Just get Miles Sadler downhill, and hopefully he's okay. Along with Jordan Smith Jr., who's also down.
And both of these guards can make something happen when there's nothing happening in the offense. And that's why they're special. Sadler does it with speed and quickness. Smith is riding him. Bodies hit the floor. Sadler, brave kid, because he's got Smith on him. It's a lot to take on. He's given up about 20 pounds.
Sadler, the player of the year in the EYBL Scholastic, again, the elite basketball conference that continues to grow. And Sadler, with that free throw, ends what was an 8-0 run by Paul VI.
And the common denominator between Sadler and Smith, competitive and tough. They don't make excuses.
The lead is 6, under 2 to play in the third.
Bella Vista in the zone, trying to keep it tight.
Smith looking to turn the corner. He's trapped, gives it up. Pharrell Jacino missed the 3, but the offensive rebound. Out to Turk Brown. At the bottom of the pile is Robinson. And with the tie-up, or was it a timeout? It's a timeout for Bella Vista with 1:27 to go in the third. So the winner of this one will play either Dynamic or Link Academy, the 2 seed versus the 10 seed. Link winning in the opening round last night against Wasatch. Dynamic Prep was the 10 seed a year ago. They beat the 2nd seed Link, so the seeds flipped in the quarterfinal rematch this year. That game will finish us out on ESPNU at 8 Eastern, and coming up, AZ Compass, the #1 seed against the 8 seed Spire Academy.
Link Academy started the season off as the #1 team in the country. 6 ranked players, and you see them with the 10th seed. That shows you how wide open this bracket is.
7 different teams in the tournament have been #1 in the country this season. Just the parity this year in high school basketball at the highest level. It's really showing itself here at Chipotle Nationals.
Smith Jr. wants to take on the challenge of trying to stay in front of Miles Sadler.
Try to fight through the screen. Mitchell picks it up on the switch. Now Carvalho for 3. Another good offensive rebound by Robinson, and he's fouled.
And that's what Bella Vista is doing. They're screening Jordan Smith, try to force the switch, and then Sadler has more room to operate. If I'm PBI and I see that screen coming, I might just trap him at that moment.
Bella Vista 5 of 8 as a team at the line. Haven't been there that often. And Robinson's 2 for 3 himself.
Both of these guards do not give up the ball quickly.
Mitchell, the rainbow over Osarui didn't drop. Barr scoops it up, and he is fouled. Ryan Barr, the sophomore, considered the unsung hero this year by head coach Glenn Farello, showing off the hustle.
Well, this hustle creates an opportunity to score 2 points. Nice strip. It stops the clock. It sets the defense. Because PBI's at a point right now where they're going to have to gamble a little bit.
And for Ryan Barr, basketball is probably not even his first sport. He is a big-time baseball prospect as a shortstop and a pitcher. In fact, earlier this week, he was in Las Vegas at a tournament with the PBI baseball team. He flew here Wednesday, just like his McDonald's All-American teammate, Jordan Smith Jr.
Sadler's going to try to catch it. You can play the foul game if you want. It's a little early for that. You can play straight up, or you can random trap.
40 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Carvalho, the turnaround, in and out. Barr with his 9th rebound. Now the trap, and a tie-up, and head the other way. Bella Vista ball with the arrow.
Down 2 possessions at 28 seconds. You're going to really have to trap in the backcourt or play the foul game right away. The 3rd quarter, my mistake. Too excited.
Mark Brown's in and out on the 3. Paulo Saruri at 6'10", gliding ahead, but it's poked away by Aiden Aqua.
Bella Vista does a good job getting back.
Now Smith with 28 in the game. He had 13 in the 3rd quarter. Got past Sadler. That doesn't drop. And a rebound for Robinson. Sadler scoops it home with the left. How beautiful was that?
He's so clever when he gets into the paint. You think you can have him stop, then he puts on another move.
22 for Sadler. The lead is 7. Brown, the point guard, headed to FGCU. Blocked by Carvalho, the future Hoosier. Smith's got it. And an air ball. Sadler lost it, picked up by Jalen White. Smith on the floor. Wide open, Carvalho connects. That's a three. The lead is back to double digits.
The scramble, the hustle by Bella Vista to get extra possessions, but this young man, you better stay in front of him. He's gonna blow by people and score all night long. He's a one-man fast break. He's a great creator. And when you back up, he has the three-point shot in his bag. And he's trying to defend Jordan Smith right now. That's a smart idea.
Harsani left it way short. Osarui triggers the break. And Jalen White couldn't hit, but a foul on Paul VI.
Jalen White, almost an unassuming star for Bella Vista. Plays the game hard on the defensive end. He's got good hand quickness, gets out on the break, he's fluid. Terrific positional size. 6'7" forward.
Well, speaking of terrific players and teams, the women's Final Four, nothing but 1 seeds. And the same 4 teams from a year ago, Friday night, South Carolina and UConn, 7 Eastern, followed by Texas and UCLA. Pre-game at 6, and the special courtside presentation of both games on ESPN2 and the app.